Hello, I am Mateo, and welcome back to another bass singer interview. Today I have Lukas Yadon, um, and if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, um, I'm Lucas. I'm a singer and producer in the United States in Idaho, and I'm just trying to build my platform, trying to make music and start a career.
Cool. So the first question I have is, what got you into singing?
Um, so so I'm 20 years old. I'm in college right now. My apartment looks a little bare because I'm moving out soon, but I haven't been singing for very long. I didn't start singing until I was a junior in high school a couple years ago. I played piano my whole life, so I'd always loved music. And I got into singing because I was messing around at my church one time, and we were trying to sing like crappy Josh Turner songs. And he's got a nice low voice, and none of the guys could do it, but I could. So one of the guys goes, "Wow, you got a real low voice. Like you should try singing more. You should join the choir." And I was like, "Okay." Like I needed to fill an elective spot, so I was like, "Sure." Like I love music. I'd been out of it for a couple of years, so I was like, I'll jump back in and yeah, join choir, and that's how I started singing.
And can you tell us about your choral experience? What it's like being in choirs in both high school and college?
Yeah, I loved it. When I joined, I was just in like the lowest, like kind of men's non-audition choir. But having low notes in high school, I moved. I wasn't actually a super great singer, but having low notes in high school, choirs, especially high school choirs, love that. So I was doing by my senior year, by later my junior year, to be honest, I was doing Eric Whitaker pieces, Morton Lordson, and all through the last 5 years now, I've just been doing choirs. I've done like regional ACDA choirs. I've done all state choirs. Um, so I really do love choral music at my heart.
And in choirs, do you ever get to like drop the octave and subharmonics at like the end of a piece or something?
I've definitely tried. So my director now, sometimes in high school, never, almost never. Like in high school, he was, and I love my high school director. Um, but in high school, definitely not. But in college, like I have a little bit of leeway to like, hey, like this could be cool. And my director's kind of like, if you can do it, you need to be able to do it well. Like if you're gonna try it. So sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. It kind of depends. I have to make a musical decision of like, does it fit here? And if it's a big ending, and if I have a great sub that day, then yeah. But not all the time. Sometimes.
Ah, yeah, nice. And you're also in an a cappella group. I, I believe you mentioned that. Can you tell me about your a cappella group and what you do and what it's like performing with them?
Yeah. So acapella groups is might be a touch of a strong way. It's really just I wanted to record, and you know everyone's heard your pentatonics, your home free, your voice play, BYU vocal point, whoever. And I was like, I wanted to record, and I wanted to do it for me, and for the people I've worked with. It started with pentatonics. It was like, okay, well, I know some like great singers, so like let's do it. For the most part, we all know each other. Yeah, and I don't know a beatboxer in person, so I sing bass on everything, especially like studio stuff. Like I sing bass, but I also beatbox on our studio stuff, which is fine. I'm okay, but I would love to meet a really good beatboxer sometime.
And do you do any live performances with this group, or is it just like a studio thing?
At the moment, it's just studio thing. I would love to. I think I have some more stuff coming soon with some different people. So it's kind of like the group and like who would be doing it isn't like set. I would love to. I've had people who have heard some of our studio stuff has been like, "Yo, this would be like really cool to hear live," and it hasn't happened yet. But I'd love to in the future if that's where it goes. Like, I would love to if I find a beatboxer.
Yeah. But can you tell me about like your beatboxing, like when you learned to beatbox?
Um, my beatboxing was just super basic, like four on the floor, kind of whatever. And you get it from again, I listen to a lot of like pentatonics, voice play. So you're hearing a lot of like Kevin and Lane and like they can do so many just
Very
like cool
insane
beats.
beatboxers, and Adam as well from Home Free.
Yeah, and I'm like, I can't do that. But I do know how to do a basic kick sound and a basic snare sound and a basic hi-hat sound.
Can you
And that's like
demonstrate those?
90%. And what?
Can you demonstrate those?
Oh boy. Yeah.
It did not come through at all.
Yeah, well,
That's okay. That's unfortunate, but trust that he can do it. Um,
yeah,
you can check out his acapella
shameless
covers.
shameless plug. You go check out because I do it.
Yeah. And when was it that your voice dropped?
Huh. My voice dropped. My voice definitely dropped when I was like 13, 14. Like it started dropping when I was 13. I have had a low voice all through high school, and um, yeah, no, my voice dropped a long time ago.
Ah, yeah. And I know you also do some classical singing as well. Have you performed in like any actual like performances with like an opera or anything, or just like recitals?
I've done both. I have just through university, but I've been in two operas. I did Johnny Skiki, which is a short one act opera. I did that my sophomore year, so last school year. And then I did, what did we do this year? A opera called Trial by Jury. So I've done two operas, and then yeah, I've done like my voice lessons are all classical voice lessons. So I do recitals. I've sung in school master classes, and yeah.
Nice. And do you have any tips for classical technique that you have learned?
Breathe right, learn how to breathe right. I think breath support is truly like if you don't have a good breath, if you don't set yourself up with a good breath, if you're not thinking about where you're breathing in the songs, it doesn't matter how in tune or what your tone sounds like. It's going to sound choppy or it's going to sputter out by the end of a phrase. So I think if you can get like a good breath at the beginning and like know where you're breathing and do it well. You don't want to gasp when you breathe. You want to truly fill your lungs. So I'd say definitely for classical and kind of all singing for that matter, but definitely especially classical, like your breath is so important.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with that because I've noticed myself that if I'm having trouble breathing properly, my voice will get really tense and strained and it just won't sound good.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I think that's a good tip.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
do you have any like big inspirations for your singing?
Definitely, definitely Avi Kaplan and Jeff Castellucci would be like first two off the bat. Like when I dove into singing low, specifically those two. Those are the guys where I was like, wow, like what good, like that's insane. But those two definitely. I know so many other low singers that I look up to, not even just bass. Like, I mentioned Josh Turner, country singer. I love country
Well,
music.
he's a bass too.
Yes, definitely. He's not as low as Jeff or whoever, But like he's a great example of like you can make a career and be popular and sing low.
Yeah, and you mentioned Jeff and Avi, um, so I can tell that like acapella is like a big inspiration for you. Have you always liked acapella music, or is that just something that started when your voice dropped?
Um, I always liked it, even when I wasn't a singer and I was just playing piano. My family we would always we were big pentatonics. Like obviously they're the most popular, and but we would always love hearing pentatonics. I loved hearing just the way that like the harmonies can lock, and it's a different animal trying to like arrange an a cappella piece because you can't just sing the like you're singing the instrument parts, but you're not just singing the instrument parts. So
Yeah,
I always thought it was cool. And then when I started to sing more, it was like that was a easy easy go to for like bass singers because every acapella group needs a bass singer. So it was just easy to find good bass singers there.
yeah, arranging definitely seems like it's not easy to do.
No.
Um, do you have any tips for arranging or anything that's helped you?
Um, I think if you're arranging, I would say there's two types of arranging. If you're arranging for just to arrange in general, then you probably shouldn't push vocal range super like a lot, unless it's like a melody, but you probably shouldn't push it. If you're arranging like for a specific group, then I think you can kind of push it and be a little more creative with, a low note, a high note, whatever. But don't, I think if you're just beginning to arrange, you don't have to you don't have to make this voice play arrangement that does everything under the sun. I love their arrangements. It's so hard to arrange like them. So like if you're just starting, start with the basics. You need a melody and you need a bass line. That's where you start. Is what I would say.
Okay, and what would you recommend for like the harmonies or the background sounds? How would you recommend doing that?
I would say obviously it depends on the song. If the song you're arranging has harmonies, perfect. Cherry pick those, especially as a beginning arranger. Cherry pick those. If it doesn't, I think for me, having played piano and knowing a lot of music theory, it helps to be like, okay, like I know what chord has to go here. So you need to get from this note to this note. How you get there, you kind of just got to experiment with what would sound good in a voice because a harmony for the most part should sound fine alone. It's obviously not going to sound like the melody. It's not going to sound like the song as we would know it, but it shouldn't sound bad. It shouldn't be weird jumps. Like it should be kind of intuitive. So if you're getting from here to here, and it's just kind of trial and error by that point.
So you say like practice is a big thing that you need to do.
Absolutely. The more you do it, the better you'll get.
And what inspired you to join TikTok?
TikTok came just as truly it came as a like somewhere to put like shorter form content. Like I put my big projects on Spotify and all that, but the TikTok was like I still want to record like little short stuff, whether it's Misty Mountains, whatever that may be. And initially, I was too scared of my friends making fun of me, so I didn't want to put it on my Instagram. So I made a TikTok that at the time none of my friends followed, and I was like, great, strangers can come see it, and I don't have to feel judged. Now I post on both, and I don't really care either way. But initially, I was just, and it seemed like a really easy avenue to get views. I say easy in air quotes, but yeah,
I mean, I think it's fairly easy. I feel like TikTok and YouTube Shorts, or just any short form content, always seems to get more views than if you just post the same thing on like a YouTube video.
yeah, 100%.
Because a lot of my shorts get more views than my videos, with the exception of like large compilations or whatever, but like singing videos, I definitely get a lot more views on, short stuff, short form content. So I think, yeah, it's definitely like
Absolutely.
a good thing for getting views.
Absolutely. And I think if you like really hot button songs for basses, so like Misty Mountains got a ton of views because everybody loves a bass singing Misty Mountains.
Yeah,
I did a short of Kiss the Girl from Little Mermaid because I was like, oh, nice baritone song just to like get some content out there. I got no views for that. None at all.
like
Because
literally
it's
zero
not
or
like
just like a very small amount.
very small amount. Like compared to like where I normally get to, it was like I got like 200 views on it.
Ah,
And I was like,
yeah, and then
that's not,
like with Brendan Notar, his three most viewed videos are all the Big John videos that he made, and you cut out there.
I would say 100%. You do viral stuff, you will get
Yeah,
views. Especially if you do it like in the time, you will get
and
views.
and
Like,
Davide's Hoist the Colors that just completely blew up and has like a million TikTok videos on it from that one.
yeah. If you can get either a sound to blow up or if you're just doing like some people are like, "Oh, I hate just doing what's trending because everyone's doing it." That'll get you views. Like people will look at your
Yep.
video because that's what they want to see.
Yeah, I did Big John as well recently, and that's like my most viewed video of like the past 6 months.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, um, and the final question is, what's your lowest note?
Like right now,
Yeah,
uh
maybe you could like start on like a D2 or something and go down from there.
yeah, let's see what a D2 is. Uh 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 I don't know if that was there. If it came through speaker, it's about an A.
It
That's about
came
where I'll
through a
stop.
little bit. Can you do it without the piano? Try it again, see if it'll come out. No.
Yeah.
Oh, now it came through. Okay, yeah. So
Okay.
an A1. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for doing the interview,
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on.
and thank you for watching. And see you in another interview. Bye.